Hey dreamers, and welcome back to Colin's Dreamlight Magic. The brand new DLC for Disney Dreamlight Valley has officially been confirmed as Wishblossom Ranch, arriving this November. We'll get our first full look on October 15th, and honestly, I couldn't be more excited. Gameloft has confirmed Snow White and Tinkerbell will be joining the valley, and the big feature of this DLC, as I guessed, is horses. Mounts will finally become a thing. Alongside Maximus, they've said we'll be getting 3 more iconic Disney horses. So, today, I'll be going through all the horses Gameloft could consider, split into 5 fun categories before finishing off with the 3 I'm confident we'll actually see added. So, let's dive in. When it comes to Dreamlight Valley, the Disney Princess lineup is always a safe bet, and horses tied to them make perfect sense. We've got some real heavy hitters here: Angus from Brave, Khan from Mulan, Major from Cinderella, Philippe from Beauty and the Beast, and Samson from Sleeping Beauty. Each of these horses already has a strong connection to some of Disney's most iconic princesses, most of whom are already in the game or confirmed to arrive eventually. The only princesses we're still missing are Pocahontas and Raya, which means horses like these are prime candidates since their riders are already a part of the Valley story or expected soon. Philippe would tie in beautifully with Belle and Beast, while Major could work alongside Cinderella, who we know is coming eventually. Samson is a fun option too. He's adventurous and iconic in his own right. Khan is a fan favourite and would be a huge win for representation. And Angus would give Brave the love it deserves after being overlooked for so long. Adding princess horses to the valley would not only make sense but feels almost inevitable, especially now that mounts are confirmed. They'd be instantly recognisable, they fit the vibe perfectly, and they expand the princess lineup in a fresh way. The second group we need to talk about are what I'd call the Disney classics. Horses that might not be directly tied to princesses, but still come from beloved Disney films with strong legacies. This category is stacked with some fun and quirky options. Achilles and Snowball from The Hunchback of Notre Dame, Widowmaker from Melody Time, Buck from Home on the Range, Captain from 101 Dalmatians, Daredevil and Gunpowder from The Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad, the terrifying Headless Horseman Steed from the same story, Fro-Fro from the Aristocats, plus Kajek and Citron from Frozen. Hopefully I pronounced that first one from Frozen right. Some of these would bring in light-hearted energy, like Fro-Fro, the charming ribbon-wearing horse from the Aristocats, or Captain, who heroically helped to rescue the puppies in 101 Dalmatians. Others lean into iconic Disney lore. The Headless Horseman Steed or Gunpowder could add a darker Halloween-style vibe, which would be such a unique direction for a mount. Horses like Achilles, Snowball, and Buck could flesh out some of Disney's underrated films, while Kajek and Citron feel like natural choices since Frozen is such a massive franchise already represented in the Valley. This category could really show off how flexible the idea of Disney horses can be. They're not just princess sidekicks, they're tied to all sorts of films, from spooky classics to comedic adventures. If Gameloft wants variety, pulling from this pool would give players a lot of exciting, distinctive mounts to collect. Next up are the live-action Disney horses, and while they may not be as flashy as the animated ones, they bring a level of realism and grounded charm that could work surprisingly well in Dreamlight Valley. The list here includes Black Beauty from Black Beauty, Clyde from Mary Poppins Returns, Destiny from Enchanted, Little Bub from Justin Morgan Had a Horse, and Silver from The Lone Ranger. Black Beauty is arguably the standout, as the film and character are iconic across generations. Including him would feel like a respectful nod to one of Disney's most well-known horse films. Clyde from Mary Poppins Returns would be a whimsical addition, fitting the magical yet grounded tone of the Valley. Destiny from Enchanted is a fun one because that movie already balances parody with Disney fairy tale magic, making her a great fit. Little Bub might be one of the more obscure choices, but adding a horse from a classic live-action Disney film would be a nice surprise for long-time fans. And then there's Silver, the Lone Ranger's famous horse, who brings adventure and heroic vibes that would stand out as a mount option. While these picks may not be as instantly iconic as some of the animated ones, they could diversify the roster and show that Dreamlight Valley isn't limited to just animation. Plus, having at least one or two live action horses could really ground out the ranch experience Gameloft is building. The next group is what I'd call the Miscellaneous horses. Characters that don't necessarily come from the biggest movies, but instead from comics, shorts, TV shows, and even the Disney parks themselves. While they might not be household names, their addition could bring in some deep-cut Disney magic for long-time fans. This group includes Hortense from the Scrooge McDuck comics, Jingles the horse and the Old Grey Mare from Disney parks, Old Mo, Rover Boy and Snapshot Free from classic Disney shorts, Tanglefoot from the Mickey Mouse comics, and Twinkle the Marvel Horse from Dave the Barbarian. There are some really fun standouts here. Jingles the horse is a Disney parks icon, a carousel horse with ties to Walt Disney himself, and including her would be such a heartfelt Easter egg for park fans. Hortense, connected to Scrooge McDuck's lore, would also be an amazing surprise. Should tie in with DuckTale references and really highlight Gameloft's willingness to dive into Disney history. Characters like Tanglefoot and Snapshot Free bring that vintage Mickey and Friends energy, while Twinkle the Marvel Horse could represent Disney Channel's wackier, more modern side. Well, these aren't the most likely additions compared to princess or movie horses. Including even one or two from this category would be a bold move that makes the roster feel even more deeper. They'd serve as fun nods for die-hard fans, and add extra charm to the valley by pulling from places most players wouldn't expect. Finally, we have the special and non-traditional horses. Mounts that aren't exactly your standard Disney horse, but could still work beautifully in Dreamlight Valley. This category includes characters like the Tractor Cows from Cars, Bullseye from Toy Story, though being a toy he might actually be small like Woody and Buzz, Auntie from Honey I Shrunk the Kids, Pegasus from Hercules, Mother and Father Pegasus from Fantasia, Nock from Frozen 2, Sven from Frozen, Dumbo, Raja from Aladdin, Abu in his horse form from Aladdin. If Abu is added, this could even be a dream style for him, Tuk Tuk from Raya and the Last Dragon, and Bessie from Amphibia. This category opens up a lot of creative possibilities. Magical creatures like Pegasus or Nock would let players experience flight or water mounts, adding dynamic gameplay beyond walking or running. Fun, quirky choices like the Tractor Cows, Auntie, or even Dumbo would add charm and humour, keeping with Dreamlight Valley's cozy, playful style. Using Abu's horse form as a dream style could also pave the way for new companion dream styles in the future, which would be a game changer for collectors. This group reminds us that mounts don't have to be limited to traditional horses. Anything that's memorable, iconic, or fun in a Disney sense could work beautifully at the ranch. After going through all the possibilities, my top 3 picks for the mountable horses in Wishblossom Ranch are number 1, Khan, Mulan's iconic horse, a fan favourite and a perfect addition for representation. Number 2, Angus, Brave's loyal and strong steed, giving Merida the spotlight she deserves. And 3, Philippe, Belle and Beast's classic horse, instantly recognisable and perfect for the valley. Beyond these, I'd love to see some of the more unique or obscure horses added through special bundles, similar to the Max Companion bundle we got recently. Bessie from Amphibia, Hortense from the Scrooge McDuck comics, and Black Beauty could all fit in this model, letting players collect extra mounts while offering fun, thematic rewards. This approach would give variety and keep the mount roster exciting beyond just the main DLC horses. And that's it for my full breakdown of all the horses that could come to Wishblossom Ranch DLC. Mounts are finally arriving in Dreamlight Valley, and I couldn't be more excited to see them in action. Whether you're riding Khan, Angus, Philippe, or some of the more unexpected options like Bessie or Hortense, this DLC is shaping up to be a game changer. Which horses do you hope Gameloft adds to the ranch? Do you agree with my top 3, or do you have a wild card pick you're rooting for? Drop your thoughts in the comments, I can't wait to hear what you think. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you like, subscribe for more Dreamlight Valley updates and discussions. See you in the valley! Bye!